I'm no longer pregnant, and that's because I had to wait to the end of pregnancy for me to bring you guys this juicy. What's up guys, it's your favorite person, Favorazzia. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to the family. Today's video is about my experience in my third trimester, the symptoms I had, my body changes, and everything baby. So let's jump right into the video. Third trimester is typically 28 weeks to 40 weeks. If you go beyond 40 weeks, then you're in full trimester. However, my journey ended in the third trimester and way before the 40-week mark. There was not much change with the baby. The kicks were more mild, more like rolls instead of like the intense kicks. Right around 30-32 weeks, my baby had switched to the head down position, so I could definitely feel movement, like legs kicking up there in my epigastric area. So I always had that indigestion feeling. I did finally have the 3-hour glucose test. Like I mentioned, in my second trimester, I did fail the 1-hour glucose test. Luckily for me, I passed. So I was not put on any insulin or any blood sugar checks or anything like that. I also had my baby shower finally. Oh, it was so exciting. It was so much fun. Just finally knowing the sex of my baby and me able to buy a lot more things. I gained so much weight. I was in shock about how much weight I gained in my third trimester, and you guys are gonna find out why. The sciatic pain I've been having since the beginning of my first trimester, it did not go away. I developed carpal tunnel, and so my wrist, fingers, they were just in pain, in extreme pain all the time. I had intense swelling. I also had constipation, and I'm telling you, it was chronic constipation. I had to live my life on prune juice because I didn't want to take any teas that were gonna give me like the runs. I added fiber into my diet. If you drink fiber and you don't drink enough fluids, then you're just going to cause more harm to your body. Vomited like twice, and it was more of like bile. Let's get into my weight gain. So right around week 30, which is the week that I did my baby shower. After the whole baby shower, I was having like swelling. I had complained to my doctor. At that time, it was not a concern. I found myself gaining like 5 pounds every week from week 30 to like week 33, which is not bad, I think. Come week 34, I had gained about 20 pounds at that time. I started the third trimester with like 150. By week 34, I was like in my 170. At week 34, I go into the hospital, and at this point, the swelling was so intense, like my extremities. I couldn't even see my ankle anymore. They checked me again, and at this point, I've developed a high blood pressure. So my doctor diagnosed me with preeclampsia. They sent me to have a urine test to check my protein and my kidney functions, which unfortunately came back not so good. I was drinking a shit ton of water, but my pee was so freaking concentrated. So I knew something was wrong. Like, where are my fluids going? My urine protein was 1,000, it was like 1,200, and then the protein creatinine ratio was 1,600. And then the creatinine in the urine was like 750. I had to start taking my blood pressure and just observing. But I think they failed to let me know that once you are diagnosed with preeclampsia, once you hit like the 37-week mark, you're going to be induced. So I was still living my life like, oh, okay. I had nothing ready for the baby at this point. I just mean like just putting the room together, checking in my blood pressure. I was trying to do it every week. I should have done it every day. Week 35. On this fateful day, I took my blood pressure, and it was so high because the doctor had told me, oh, if your blood pressure is 160 or above systolic, or 100 and above diastolic. So I kept taking it. It was 100 diastolic consecutively, but the systolic never reached 160. So I was like, okay, it's fine. But this day I was just so worried because every time I used to take it, it was like 130 something over 100 and something. But this fateful day on a Friday, I took it in the morning and it was like 140 something over 100 and something. And then I start off my day, I go to work, I'm working. I say, oh, it's midday, let me take it again. It was 150 something over 100 and something. In the evening, it goes back up to like 150 something. But then it goes down to 90 something, the diastolic. And then later in the night, because I started taking it like, I started trying to take it like 3 times a day. But that day I was just so worried because I kept feeling jittery. You know, like when your blood pressure is high, you kind of, you're not feeling yourself. So it was like 145 over 107. So I said, okay, that's fine. If the next day is still high, I'm gonna let them know, right? So the entire weekend I keep my blood pressure in check and it still stays in like the 150s over 100. So I'm like, okay, I should hold on to Monday when people are in their office, blah blah blah. And so it's still freaking high on Monday. It's like 160 something over 110. I'm like in shock. That was in the morning. But my crazy mind was like, okay, let me just get over a couple of work stuff and then check it again. But then I checked it again like later at noon and it was like 170 something over 115. I was like, dang. So I called the hospital. They're like, you need to go to the triage in the actual hospital and see. So I go there. They triage me, take your blood pressure 4 times. And so they did that. First time it was high, but the next 3 times it was okay. So I had 1 out of 4. So they sent me back home. They asked me like, when is your next appointment with your doctor? I said it was Tuesday, which was pretty much the next day. They said, okay, just keep that, keep it that way. And then you should know that you've been scheduled for induction on Friday. I'm like, excuse me? They say, yeah, once you are diagnosed with preeclampsia, once you hit your 37-week mark, they automatically like schedule you for induction. And so I was going to attend 37 weeks on Friday. I was like, okay, cool. I scheduled it for, I think it was in the evening. So we did that. But I was kind of sad that they didn't let me know from the very get-go that that's what was going to happen. The next day on Tuesday, which is my scheduled appointment, in the morning I took my blood pressure. It was 140 over 100 and something. I think like 6 or 5. Yeah, 106. I was at 10:30 and my appointment was like at 2:30. Freaking swollen. I'm telling you, I was swollen. My arms, my feet, every single place you could think of that fluid could get stored in, I was swollen. Over the weekend I had tried to shave down there just in case, just to get myself prepared for Friday, because I was really hoping for a vaginal bath. But I used Nair. Why did I use Nair? I don't know, but I did. So the burn happened on Saturday and I almost went to the ER in the evening because the pain was excruciating. It was like out of this world. And then on Sunday it had started going down. I used like cold therapy throughout the time. I also used like some topical stuff to just help relieve like the pain, the soreness. And then by Monday I could even walk, because Saturday I couldn't walk. I was like bedridden at that point. But come Monday I was a little bit better. And then now Tuesday I went into the hospital. I had like the swelling had gone down shit ton, but I just let them know like please be careful while down there if you have to do any exam, because I was guessing they were gonna do like a cervical exam on that Tuesday as well. But they didn't get to do any of that stuff because guess what, my blood pressure was up to the roof. So that is how my third trimester was. It was more of like weight gain and pretty much the pains from the carpal tunnel. Those were the new things. I did not have any different food aversions or anything that I was craving. It was all the same as the second trimester. Let me know how your third trimester was. If you want to know about my bed story, watch the next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know how your third trimester was, and see you in my next video.